Lately, it's been hard times. I'm talking about financial side. And they say when it rains, it pours. But it ain't my door. If it ain't one thing is another. And I'm so glad that we got each other. I'm so sick and tired of being stressed out. Lord, please help me from this mess I'm in. Lord, lift me up over the dirty place. Deliver me from the rain. See, I don't want to stress no more. I don't want to struggle no more. So lift me up over the dirty place. Deliver me from the rain. See, I don't want to stress no more. I don't want to struggle no more. Every day and every night I pray. Lord, help me find a way. Help me find my way to stay strong and to keep my sanity so I can provide for myself and for my family. I'm so glad they believe in me, 'cause the love that gives me energy, the love that gives me energy. And without them, I couldn't make it no way. So I'll keep pressing on and on, and on. Lord, lift me up over that dirty place. Deliver me from the rain. See, I don't want to stress no more. I don't want to struggle no more. So lift me up over the dirty place. Deliver me from the rain. See, I don't want to stress no more. I don't want to struggle no more. I want to see my family get what they want, have what they need. Out on the scene with the fine things, like the drop in the wine, she's reminding me. I don't want to struggle no more. I don't want to live out here road. Stay on the scene with the finer things, like the spot that I got to see. Over that dirty place, deliver me from the rain. I don't want to stress no more. I don't want to struggle no more. So lift me up over the dirty place, deliver me from the rain. I don't want to stress no more. I don't want to struggle no more. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, I should not settle. For grace, for favor, this is my season to reap what I have sown. This is my season for grace, for favor. This is my season to reap what I have sown. You listen to this. See, I haven't been perfect, but I sure been faithful. See, God's got a purpose, yes, and I know He's able. I've got to see in the ground that He's blessing. No more stressing. I've got a seed in the ground. Now I'm knowing and it's showing my seeds for grace, for favor. It only works when we all do it. This is my seed. To do what? To reap what I have sown. Come on, you say, this is my season for grace. For what else? For favor. This is my season to reap what I have sown. Everything is working together for my good. Everything is working together for my good. Say it again, y'all. Everything is working together for my good. Sing it again. Everything is working together for my good. I want you to say this to me. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's working for my good. It's good. Say it's good. Say it's good. Say it's working for my good. It's good. It's good. Say it's good. It's working for my good. It's working for my good. For grace, for I need somebody to prophesy with your body language. Just say, what you say? God is leading in my direction. Don't prophesy. I said he's leading. In whose direction? In my direction. Come on, you ain't no me to say it. You gotta say it. Say it. He's leading in my direction. In my direction. Cause this is my season for grace, for favor. This is my season. Come on, y'all. To reap what I have. Will you raise your hand and say, I got a seed in the ground? Hey, everybody. How everybody doing today? I just come in and say hello. Hold on 1 minute. I just come in and say hello to everybody. I had a couple things on my heart, on my mind, on my soul today, because I put that about single mamas struggling, and that Anthony Hamilton song I played a couple times on the way to work. Okay, but I love that song, and it just made me reminded me of what I have to be thankful for and what I have to be grateful for. And being a mom and struggling and trying to take care of the kids, that shit was hard. But that journey, have some ups and downs and some pain. But since I am so blessed and I get so much free stuff that I got 4 brand new backpacks, I'm taking them to the homeless shelter and giving it to single moms because I'm blessed. And the reason I play that song because I remember going through them trials and tribulations. But I had an epiphany this morning because my baby, my firstborn, is moving to Texas at the end of September. I'm taking her to Texas. That's where she want to go. And I'm taking her. But I thought why I'm so upset and why I'm so sad. And the reason is
When God closed one door, he opens another. And so it is time to let her and my son go. Um, it's the past. They're the past. I have raised them. I have been a good damn mama. I have sacrificed everything for them. And it is time to let them fly. And I thought this morning, the epiphany that I had is why I'm so upset. Somebody said when you lose something, when you gotta let somebody go, it's like having a death. It's just like having a death. And so I think I was holding on to them so much because that's all I knew. And that's all that it's been us. It's been us three for a while. It's been me and her brother and her for a while. But it is time to let them go. It is time for them to fly and do their own thing. And they are my past now. And my new kids are my future. And it is okay. I cried about it last night. I prayed about it. And it is okay. And I am in a better spirit this morning. I am happy. And we're packing her stuff. And she moving to Texas. I'm going to miss her. But I know that I have gave her every tool that she has. And my son is moving out in 2 weeks. Thank Jesus. He going to. And it's just going to be my kids. Me and my small kids going to be here. And I was just telling my girlfriend, I couldn't figure out why I was so upset and crying because they are my past. And they are, I guess, I've been holding on to my past a little bit, that it's time to let them go. My future is in my face. My future is my adopted kids. My future is right here in my face. And it's time to let them go. They're not babies no more. They don't need me. And I don't want to, I love my parents, but when I left home, it wasn't a good thing. I'm letting them go with open arms. I'm letting them go with no hesitation. I'm letting them go with freedom. I'm letting them go to find what's going to make them happy. And it is the journey with us three. We will never forget that journey. We done a damn thing. But it is time to let them go, let them fly, let them do their own thing. And I am her dad's gonna drive her car. I'm flying, and I am so happy that I'm at peace with it. I'm happy, and this is what she wants, and I'm gonna let her do it. And I am. There is no animosity. There's no madness. Don't get me wrong. She is my right hand when I need her. She's always been there for me. But it is time for her to live her own life and do her own thing. And as her mother, I will always be here for her. And so I'm looking forward to the new journey because I'm moving into a smaller house. So that means they can't come back to my house. And so I just thought that was my epiphany this morning. I'm letting go of the past. And the past is they was connected to their father. And don't get me wrong, me and her dad are good and the kids are grown. But holding on to them made me feel like I couldn't do it by myself. And I understand this morning is I can do it by myself with or without them. And they are grown and I have to let them go. And I got a bright future as a new mom myself. And this is what I'm going to do. And I'm happy and I'm at peace. And, you know, the struggle was real with us. The struggle was real when we couldn't get some things. But I don't have that struggle no more. But I'm going to bless some other mothers. I am going to bless some other mothers who has that struggle because I'm blessed And my mom always told me, when you're blessed, you bless somebody else, you pay it forward. So a couple of senior moms that need some backpacks for their children, I'm gonna give them the ones that I got that I don't need. And so that's my perfect this morning. That man, you gotta do better, and it is what it is. And I want to thank everybody for coming in this chat and just listening to me, because I've been upset for the last couple of days. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to Real Mamas, Real Problems listening to me. You know, I've been upset thinking, how I'm gonna do this, but she's my baby. And struggling with her and her brother have taught me how to have patience, how to have how to have patience, how to be thankful, and how to thankful for the journey. And I know the journey, it wasn't easy. Woof. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but I wouldn't change it for the world, because being a young mom, I wasn't good with money. I wasn't good with shit. I wasn't good with cars. I wasn't good with a lot of things. But I'm good with money now. I'm good with budgeting. I'm good with so much as a mother. And so it it's time. Sometimes as parents, we don't want to let our kids go. And yes, she's moving to a whole different state, but I am a phone call away, and I damn sure is a plane ride away. And I told her that. And so I think it's perfecting that, I'm gonna drop her off in Texas. And as a mother, we should learn, let the kids do what they want, what's gonna make them happy. Because I admit, I gave her all the tools that she got. She good. She know how to take care of herself. But that struggling that we went through, then was some of them was that was good times. Sometimes when you got more money, more problems, and when you struggle, you know how to budget a little better. You know how to do things a little better. When you got more money, there's more problems, more things. There's more things to have. So I thank the Lord for the blessings. I thank the Lord for the journey. I thank the Lord for just giving me the strength to look at it in a different way, and to look at it in a way that my mother couldn't look at it, because it was a strain on our relationship, because I wanted to be grown and get out of her house, and she couldn't understand why. But sometimes as women, as children, when you get grown, it's time to do your own thing. And you're trying to protect them from the world. You're trying to protect them from everything, and you can't protect them from everything. They're going to have some ups and downs. They're going to have some trials and tribulations. And you just be there to pick them back up. And so I just want to say, as mothers, as women, as Black women, sometimes we gotta let our daughters go, our sons go, and let them do their own thing. And I am so happy. My son was like, "Oh, can I stay?" That's what you ain't gonna do. You going and your sister going. Y'all both going, because I think we all need space from each other. So so that's what I had to say this morning, you guys. The distance, I would go visit her. She would come and visit me, and just learning to. I'm in a different space in my life now. I got grown kids, and then I have some adopted kids who are small, and so I'm in a different space. And nobody tells you how hard it is to parent grown children. Okay, none of my friends. I guess my mom's not here to help me, but to navigate trying to not raise grown children, but give them advice, give them some guidance. That shit is hard, because they asses is hard headed, and they asses don't listen half of the time. And so trying to navigate with grown people who got their own mind, their own independence, and their own way is hard. And so I started I'm starting to see that I'm starting to I'm starting to see I don't got so much control like I used to because they do their own thing. And so they don't listen. I told my daughter the other day, she was like, Mom, did you renew your AAA card? Oh, the AAA card, my AAA card? Won't your daddy bought you one for Christmas? Oh, I forgot. You didn't get the highest one. Oh, okay. See, this is why it's time for them to go because they expect that always can I have this? Can I use this? Can I do this? And it's like you need to be more responsible. So it is hard dealing with grown adult children. I mean that shit is you think you love them when they teenagers, but wait till they get grown and got their own mind and drive and got boyfriends, girlfriends. This shit is hard. And and this is where I miss my mom because I miss her advice. Cause I know at times I was giving her hell too. I ain't gonna lie. I was giving her hell too, but the hell that I was not giving her is I was living in my own place, paying my own bills. I didn't need her. I didn't need her like that, but I was giving her hell because she was like, I don't like your little boyfriend. I don't like this. I don't like your place. I don't like this. But at the same time is I was living my own stuff. So that's the only thing. But I miss my mom. You know, mothers can give great advice to their daughters about their children. And I miss my mom just to hear her say, you know, it's gonna be all right. I went through the same thing with you guys. But I do got some friends who I can call Purple Plazy, Real Mamas. They're my girls too. They listen when, you know, when I'm going through something, how you navigate raising some adult children, giving them some advice because they hard headed. But I did think that is the hindrance are hurting me, and the hindrance is I'm closing a door to a chapter there's no longer here. And yes, said I've been working. Real Mama said ever since my 14-year-old is living on his own, he's 17, is a difference for me raising a strong work ethic. Yes. It's hard. It's hard, you know. But I just thought this morning that's the epiphany is they are a chapter that's closing in my life. It's closing. I mean, the dad, he done moved on. He got remarried. The kids are grown now. That's a chapter that is closing. And I guess I've been holding on to it. And I don't have to. I'm good. And my sister just told me, she said, sis, you has been the best mom you can be. You have gave them everything, soul, body, everything, and sacrifice everything for them. Now it's time for you to do you and your other kids. And so I was like, I ain't sad no more. Cause it's the truth. It's so much the truth. Trying to, you know, put your life on hold, make sure the kids are good, make sure the kids are got everything they need. And sometimes as parents, I might have gave too much. Okay. They a little spoiled rotten. They are. And maybe some of the struggles that my mom and dad I had to do as having a job at 16, I felt like I didn't want my kids to do that. But I see some of that work ethic that my parents gave me, man, that shit, my mom and dad gave me some good work ethic. So I think as in a sense, I didn't want that for my kids, but I should have known my parents didn't do anything that was not going to benefit me. So I gave them a little too much, but it is good. We've been packing her room up. We've been getting stuff together, and I'm happy that she's on her own journey. She can call me. I told her she can call me anytime she need me. I'm here, but she won't be living in California. She will be living in Texas, and it's okay. I never thought that I would be living in a different state than my children, but sometimes we need that space from each other to know what we have, and they know what they don't have. And I told her, now I ain't gonna say she can come back home, but she can come back to California. Okay, because home, she don't have a home here no more. She come and visit. She has a home, and she come visit California. She want her own place, but staying with me, we're no longer. We broke up, but this is it. We're no longer getting back together. Okay, I will drop the link, sis. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, I just dropped this, sis. If you see it, I put it in the chat for you, real mamas. So yes. Once they leave home, I told my baby not to come back. Okay. Hey Derek, how you doing?
Yeah. Shout out of respect due to Hot and Cali, Andrea Lynch. How are you, young lady?
I'm good. How are you?
Still chilling. You know me. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm downtown Center City, Philadelphia, as you can see. Yeah. Just real quick, I was listening at your testimony. I'm actually proud of you because you actually don't hear a lot of black women talk like you just did. They would be happy to keep them children in the house 1,000 years with them, won't send them out here into the world. And my only question would be, well, how are you expecting a child to turn into an adult if you always keeping them as a child? And then you'll complain. And I've dealt with a lot of women that done it. So I'm talking from experience here in Philadelphia, and it then seemed to have bled down to Mississippi. We wasn't taught like that. We would say, look, you 18, you grown, get your ass out here and do something. But now parents, because we have had such prosperity, we don't want to put that same thing on the children. And then we wonder why they so sorry. Right now, as we speak, Damaris is making her way home from work. She went on an interview yesterday because she know her daddy not going to give her nothing. I give her what she needs. If Damaris was on here right now, she say, Damaris, what I owe you, she would tell you right off the rip: food, clothing, and shelter. That's what you owe your children. You owe them the history of where they come from, what they need to survive in this life, and being good to one another. But we've done a piss poor job, in my opinion, on doing that, and we wonder why these kids are so sorry today. But Damaris is making her way home from work right now because she know I'm not gonna give her nothing. I'm gonna give her only what she needs. Now her mama go all out, and then her mama wonder why she don't get no traction with her. You cannot just buy love. You have to show kids the way and give them what they need. So just to hear you talk the way you did, I'm shocked because you talking about letting children fly. You never hardly ever hear that from some of these sisters today, and it's sad, and we're hurting. We're hurting our young people like that. So like I said, like less than 4 minutes of your time, and just thank you for having me on your platform. Real Mama's Real Problem. Salute to you, all right?
Salute, brother. Okay.
All right. Can you take care of yourself?
You too. Bye-bye.
All right.
Let's let their behinds fly high. I'm ready.
Okay.
Mine is 19. And basically, this is what I told all my kids. This is what I told them I would do. And this is all the way down to the 8-year-old. I had this conversation with him as well. Because I don't feel like it's never too early to start instilling the responsibility into them and letting them know what you as a parent are willing to do for them. And that anything outside of the basics, which is food, clothing, and shelter, is extra. That's how I was raised. My mama told me, if you want something, you're going to have to get out there and you're going to have to work for it, Yolanda, because at the time she was a single mother. She was a single mother. And she said, you want anything extra, you're going to have to work for it. So I went
and I applied for what they call a minor's hardship license, which a lot of people don't know about. And it's where you can work early. Some states at a certain age, if you're in a single parent household, and if your child is of at least, I think, 13 or 14 years of age, they can get a license to actually work. And it's called a minor's hardship license. Now, I don't know if they still do it, but I know, because I'm 42. So I know I went and applied, and I got it, because, I was in a low income household, and I was able to go out there and work and actually buy my own school clothes, help my mama with, supplies and bills and stuff like that around the house until, she got married and she was able to, bring in more income. And then she went to college and graduated. So she brought in more income that way as well. She was always selling and pushing herself to do more and do better regardless of her circumstance.
Yep.
And that's where I got my work ethic from.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get out there and, and by the time I was 17, of course, when you living in that type of mindset, I was a lot more mature than a lot of the girls my age, when they would sneak out of houses and doing whatever because, they knew their parents weren't going to give them permission. All I had to do was ask my mother because my mother trusted me. And she knew if she told me to be back at 12 o'clock, my butt was back in the house at 12 o'clock. Why? Because I had her trust. And I didn't want to lose that because if I lost that I would have lost my ability to be able to go do the things that I wanted to do and enjoy it, while I was at work. But I was responsible for the things I needed. And that's what I tell my kids. I mean, even if they work around here, if they want money, they're going to have to earn that. Which their chores are going to have to be kept up on. Their chores not kept up on, their things not done around this house, they don't get anything from me. Not a snack. You know what I'm saying? Not I'll shut internet down. I'll do whatever it takes to prove my point and to make sure they know that, everything comes at a cost. You don't live for free in this world.
Yep. And I was just thinking, it just hit me this morning. The reason I think I got emotional because it's a death. Because I've been holding on to the past. They are the past. Now, not to say that I don't love them, but they are the past. They're wrong. They're my past, and my future is right in my face. My future.
Plus, they was in the trenches with you. You know what I'm saying? Your older kids, if you have a certain amount of kids, or even if you just have one and they're grown up, they've been through everything with you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They see everything, your struggles, they, your highs, your lows. It's almost like you think you might have maybe not empty nest sort of, but I don't want to say that's a death. It's just evolution of your relationship, your parenting relationship with your kids.
Yes.
But
I was thinking about this too. Is the evolution of my ex-husband is my past. The kids are come from that past, and not to say that it's a door closing. The door is closed now. It's closed. The kids are grown. He's moved on. I have moved on, and I have my new kids, and it's like it's an evolution of me as a mother now, and they don't need me but their head is hard with this adult thing because they don't listen good enough.
And but the thing is, it's like it's almost like what we have to, as parents, especially single mothers, and I know a lot of single mothers gonna get mad when I say this, but we have to be diligent in a way as far as when our children are not holding on to them and coddling them, and because how we go through a guilt complex, especially if we've been married before and all of a sudden that relationship ends, and then you have your children and you feel guilty because now their dad's not around as much anymore. So what we do, we try to fill the void any means necessary, whether it be buying them things, letting them do extra activities, maybe letting them have to get their way a little bit, because we still hold on to that guilt of that, well, dang, it didn't work out with their dad. Their dad's not here no more. And it's just me. That type of
situation.
Yes.
So we hold on to that guilt and we try to compensate.
Yes.
And that's actually does worse for our children. You know what I'm saying? Because they see that, because kids are very smart. They peep game. So they know how to run. They know how to go back between one parent and the other. If I don't get it out of this parent, or I know I'll get it out of this parent. Because, and love our children. But, you know, be manipulative at times, honey.
Yes, manipulative and trifling at the same time, okay? Because they manipulating and trifling at the same time, playing us against each other. And
right.
And
if you have a bad relationship with that other parent, you're not catching it because you don't want to speak to them because you still holding on what they did to you while you two were in a relationship together. Yep. So it's like a cycle. So you broke that cycle. You know what I'm saying? I broke that cycle, and we teaching our kids better. I tell my son all the time, if you want it, you're going to have to get out there and work and get it. I'm not going to hand you anything because nothing was handed to me. I had to work for everything I got.
Yeah, and I told them I'm trying to get this fast money. It's a journey when it comes to working. It's a journey. It's a journey in life. It don't matter who won a race. It don't matter. It's a marathon. I would just post a picture of myself on my Instagram when I was like 29 on my first cruise. That was the worst time in my life. I was starving myself. I was thin. I was like, I ain't had no breasts. I was like, oh my God. But I look at myself today. I was like, the evolution of Andrea Lynn is like, what? Who? That is fine, okay? I love myself. I love the shit out of me now. I love the shit out of me. And I wasn't loving myself. I was starving myself. That was crazy. But I don't starve myself no more. I love the shit out of me. I'm taking care of me. I'm healthy. I'm getting healthy. And yes, I gave them too much. And as a mother, when she said that she was moving, I was like, oh my God, don't do that. I prayed over it. And my sister said, sis, you have done a damn good job by them. It is time to let them go.
Yes.
It is time to let.
Man, I gave my son already. He has a time limit. And he knows the limit that I gave him. He knows what he's supposed to be doing as far as getting his money together, going to school, getting himself saving up for his vehicle. Once he get his vehicle, and I told him, this is what I'll do. I said, I will help you out on your deposit for your place, you know, and that's and your first month's rent. After that, but you better budget. You're on your own. Don't call me telling me that you don't have enough. Don't call me doing this, such and that, this, that, and the other, because at the end of the day, I don't taught you how to manage your money. I don't taught you how to get out here and work and provide for yourself and do things you need to do. I don't taught you how to multitask, so you should be able to do this.
Yes.
And not that the ways of the world, get you caught up. It's a mess. Stay focused and stay driven and stay and keep your mind on the prize, which is being self-sufficient and being a man and taking care of yourself.
And that's what I told her. I said, baby, when I go to Texas for Ken Levy's birthday, I'm dropping you off in Killeen, Texas. I'm only got a one-way ticket for you. One way. Your daddy is bringing your car and your stuff, and we good. And you have to do what you're gonna have to make Texas. Hey, real talk. Hey, Shanita, you have to do what's best.
Hey, Shanita.
And so I'm letting her go. That's my baby. That's my firstborn. But she's going.
And she'll be okay. I'm gonna tell you. The best thing that I think really, because I was already had the mindset by the things I had to do from early on about, as far as working and taking care of myself and also having to contribute to the household, which I was staying in. Yeah. That's what taught me early on. Hey, you can't live anywhere for free with anybody for free. You got to pay your way. You know what I'm saying? So, and I also learned very early, how I wanted to run my household, because I don't believe two women really can be in the same household together.
No.
Really, I'm a firm believer in that. I'm sorry, but unless you a couple or something, I don't feel like it. Nah. So when I got out there on my own, remember I had told you, and I've spoken about it on my channel, I moved to Texas. I was on my own. My family in Southwest Virginia. So I had to learn real quick how to figure things out when there was an emergency or a problem, or if a car broke down, I couldn't call daddy or mama to gonna give me because they are almost 2,000 some miles away.
Mhm.
I had to figure it out with a young baby in tow how to get the things that we needed and how to get back and forth to work. If I had to walk, I was walking, whether it be 2 miles, whether it be 4. If I had to catch the bus, I caught the bus. But guess what? My money kept on trucking. It kept on coming, kept on coming in. So I think that's a good way for her to learn independence and responsibility, because she's not gonna be able to run back and forth to you guys whenever things go wrong. She's gonna have to figure it out on her own.
I told her, I said, don't be calling me, talking about, Mama, can you cash at me and all this other kind of stuff while you in Texas, honey? Don't be doing that, because I'm not doing it. I'm dropping you off in Texas, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I told her, I had to talk with her. I told her what to do. I told her everything, and I'm gonna let her fly. I'm gonna let her fly and let her do her own thing. She said Texas is gonna bring her a different light, a different thing. Well, more power to you.
Hold on. Here, come here. Andrea.
Yes.
Here go my 19-year-old baby now. Say hello.
Yo.
I said not while the bass's voice. Say hi to the family. Say hi.
Hello, everybody.
My son is moving out in 2 weeks, so look, I'm moving into a smaller house, so they won't even get to come back home. I ain't got no room. I'm moving into a smaller house, and
Andrea said, "I'm gonna set it up, make show."
Yes,
I'm that can't run on bait.
Yeah, I'm moving to a smaller house because I ain't got no room, and I'm doing it. And so I just told her. She said, "Mama, I want to move to Texas." I said, "Okay, I got you." And so me and her dad talked, and he gonna bring her car, and that's my baby, and I'm letting her go. And that's why I thought this morning. I said, why I've been holding on to them so tightly. I think because it was the past I was holding on to. Yeah. And I just thought this morning, I prayed about it, and I'm releasing them to go on and do their own thing, and I'm releasing myself too, because I'm not struggling no more. I'm not struggling no more as a mom. Okay, that struggle that we've been through, it have taught me how to budget. It have taught me, like what you said, more money, more problems.
Mm-hmm.
But I understand that too. More money, more problems, more things you buying. I get that now. But I'm ready to let them go. It's just time to let them do their own thing. And she was like, "Well, Mom, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna teach you this before I leave. I'm gonna spend some time. I'm gonna get actually tattoos." I said, "Girl, you try to do everything in 1 month before you leave here?" I said, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy that she's ready to,
Yeah, and it's a new chapter in your life as well. You successfully raised two beautiful grown children. You still have 2 more to raise, but it's like now, of course, with our older kids, it's like we just starting out, we learning, and it's kind of almost we pick up more skills as we go, and more wisdom. You know what I'm saying? A better way of doing things than we did when we first started out. When the baby was placed in our arms, we were like, "Oh shit, what we going to do now?"
Hey, I'm a new mom. I told I was crying to my ex-husband. I said, he was like, "Drea, I gotta go to work." I said, "I don't know what to do with this baby." He was like, "Girl, I gotta go to work." Yes, Derek.
Yeah. I had to come back again. This is what be addressed to Real Mama's Real Problems. We've connected forever, Real Mama's Real Problems just said a second ago, she was talking about the guilt factor. Mm-hmm. And before I had Damaris, like I said, I've dealt with a whole bunch of women, and they just would be showering these kids, all because the daddy left them to die. Yeah. So what I'm trying to understand from the woman's point of view, why does the woman feel guilty when the sorry man left them children to die? If anybody should feel guilty, it should be the sorry dude that left their children. You are not a man. I can never, because all I done before I had Damaris was raise other people's children, and I would often have debates, if you want to call them that, with the women, because I'm trying to understand, like, yo, why are you just steady raining on the child with gifts and everything to make them feel good when it's the daddy that did you wrong? I'm here taking care of you. So I never could understand that with women. And what I'm saying is this. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
In my case, because everybody, everybody's a little bit different in how their relationship ended or whatever. In my case, I carried the guilt because I was the one who basically said, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. So I walked away from the marriage. So in my case, the guilt was stemmed from that. And I felt that, and of course, the other party didn't make it any better because he let the kids know, basically, hey, she's the reason why I'm not there anymore. And it just became difficult and more hard on me. And I felt bad because I felt for my emotional and mental well-being that it was time for me to stay, and physical, because when you're under a lot of stress and everything else, that manifests it physically all the time. High blood pressure, headaches, you know what I'm saying, weight gain, because some of us, we're emotional eaters, things of that nature. It manifests. So I'm going through all of this, and for myself, I said, listen, I got to step away from this. I got to break free. But if your access to your children, you have it fully. Want to get them a weekend? Let me know. Come get them. I mean, that type of stuff. So that's why I kind of worked, I started working 2 jobs, and I was out there doing whatever I could to make sure they didn't want for anything. But, as parents, and when we're parents, men and women who do that, we have to come under the realization that that's what we're doing. Some people don't realize what they're doing it, and they don't acknowledge they're doing it, and they don't acknowledge that it's harmful to their children that they continue to do it, and they want to make excuses. And I run into a lot of women, friends I have, that still make excuses. I'm telling them, hey, that's not good for your kids. I did it. I'm speaking from experience. I'm telling you, be real upfront, honest with your children. They have questions, ask them, but don't overcompensate. Don't give them everything they want. Don't do such and such, give that type of advice, but in their minds, they can't see it. And, I can't lead a horse to water if they don't want to drink.
If I could just... Well, that's always been my thing. Again, I didn't want to take up too much. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm
going to tell you, Derek, why I feel guilty. I feel guilty because I pulled the trigger on the marriage. I feel guilty because I wanted my kids to have a 2-parent home like I did. And so I know about statistics because I was reading them Black Jet magazine, how Black men end up in jail and have young girls be having babies early. So I feel guilty because I pulled the trigger on a marriage because of dad was cheating, and I wanted them to have a 2-parent home. But in the sense they did have a 2-parent home. I live at home, and they live at home. They go home with their daddy on the weekend when he has them. So they did have a 2-parent home. But I wanted the daddy to be in the home with us.
Well, that was coming up. My mom and daddy got divorced when I was 10, and we moved to Chicago. Well, I came back because I couldn't. I just didn't. I mean, I like Chicago, but it just Mississippi always on my mind. All right, so I went back home at 14, so I was staying with my dad, and so that was actually the best thing for me because a boy needs a male role model. So my dad is always, even with his faults, was always is my role model to this day. But when my mama finally came back to Mississippi, I would platoon. I would stay with my dad out, and go to my mom. But they was wise enough to not never let me use that as a wedge, between them. And my mama would always say, "Go to your dad," and my dad would always say, "Look, your mama around the corner, going back home." So it was one of them type things. So it never was one thing where I could play either one of them. And now that I done had a child, me and Damaris's mother, Shirley, we just got a good working relationship. And so we never had any issues. Shirley is almost 5 years older than me. So we never, so like when I hear all these relationship problems, like I said, I can't relate to it because I've never actually experienced it. And we was older when I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Derek, finish talking.
No, I was just saying, we just never had that. So Damaris ain't never seen us go back and forth behind her. Damaris know better than try to play one of us against each other. We've been telling her that since she was old enough to understand stuff. So we have a real good working relationship as far as that go. But coming up in my early 20s and 30s, that's all I saw. Guilt. And I was just trying to understand, like you didn't leave. In real mama's case, she left. But oftentimes, I'm just telling you, being ex-military, a lot of these dudes get into it with these women, get these women pregnant and take off. That's what I'm talking about. And then the mother wants to overcompensate because the sorry boy done left the children. So that's what I was trying to convey. So like I said, maybe I'm just lucky like that, but we just with our daughter, we didn't have that issue, and everything is great. And now the marriage will be 17 in November. So what can I tell you? So I normally don't go 2 times on StreamYard, but I thank y'all for having me up. All right.
Okay.
All right, real mama, salute. We connected forever. You know that.
Salute, bro, Derek. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Shanita, how you doing?
Hey.
There she go. There she go.
You there, Shanita? Okay, got you go.
Yeah.
Am I here? Sorry.
Yeah.
My apologies. I'm driving, so if my signal goes in and out, that's why. But I had to hop in on this because, first of all, hi, Andrea Lynch. How are you?
I'm good, Shanita. How are you?
That's wonderful. Real mamas, real problems. How you feeling, sis?
I'm good. Thank you.
I know that's right. Thank you. God bless you. I wanted to hop in on this real quick and kind of answer Derek C. Williams's, Greenville, Mississippi's question when he asked about, why do the moms blame themselves? Because I was in a similar situation as well, where with my children, when my ex-husband left, I felt like I had to fill some type of void that they were missing. I know I'm not a man and I can't do what a man does, but I felt like I needed to work overtime to make sure that they get as much of a normal lifestyle or some type of consistency from me, because of what they didn't have. And I didn't want it to be a thing of that they were just feeling unloved because he left. But being a parent or being a mom, I can't say being a parent, but being a mom, sometimes we tend to just do it too much.
Yeah.
And it sometimes hurt the child in the long run, because then now they're thinking, well, since I have all this stuff, now I deserve all this stuff, and this is what's owed to me because of the pain that I have put on them, which they probably wasn't feeling as bad of the pain had I not put it all on them to make them feel that way. If that makes sense.
Right.
But that's another reason too to answer Greenville, Mississippi's question.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I would see, because like in my situation, he was not making it any better because he did not want out of the marriage. So when they went with him, he didn't know how to keep his emotions in check. And so when they came back to me, I had to deal with kind of like the backlash of the situation. So of course, like I said, you want your children to have their mother and their father. You prefer to have them both in the same home, but you do more damage to them if you're sitting up there letting them see all this toxicity that's going on between you and the other person. And I acknowledge, let's all be real. When you're going through a breakup or situation and you got a lot of emotions involved, especially when you've invested a lot into that relationship, emotionally, physically, everything, women and men, sometimes we be on fuck shit. We don't do everything right. I'll be the first to admit, you know what I'm saying? Listen, Nipsey, we're not talking to you. Thank you.
I admit I was on the fuck shit. I was hollering. I was cussing out every chance I get. Okay, I did it in front of the kids too, and that was a bad thing too.
But emotionally, you have to get to a place once you get over that stage. Some women, let's be real, don't get over it. They hold on to that to the end of time. But if you are mature and you can get yourself together, you realize, hey, this is not doing good for you, him, for your children. You got to get your mind right. You got to get yourself together. You got to hold yourself accountable for the things that you did wrong. Not just the things that he did wrong, but you got to hold yourself accountable for the things that you did as well. You got to get yourself together.
Yep.
And start doing what you need to do so that your family will be okay. And that includes letting go any animosity to anything you have, and having a clear path to where this man or whatever type of relationship you might be in has a path to where they can still develop a healthy relationship with their children. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At some point, you have to remove yourself from the situation and say your relationship with him is separate
from the kids,
from the relationship with the kids, and you can't impose how you feel emotionally on your children. Because it's two different things, and some people, they never get to that point. They never get to that realization, and it's unfortunate. And I'm not scared to point it out. When I see my girlfriends, I'm like, look, that's not a good look for you. Don't do that. I've been there, I've done that. Don't do it. They listen, they don't. Hey, don't come complaining to me because you still don't fuck shit. I told you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
87, how you doing? This would be a hot topic there. Everybody on my StreamYard, what's going on?
What's happening? What's up, man? I just read your title. Yeah, I just read your title. I'm like, okay, what's going on? What you got going on, Andre? Hey, what's up, Real Mamas? And the other person. What's going on?
Well, my baby is moving to Texas, okay? My baby is moving to Killeen, Texas on the 23rd. I'm taking her to Texas, dropping her off in Texas.
Oh, okay, Killeen, I used to live down there.
Yeah, I'm dropping her off in Texas on the 23rd. When I come down to V's birthday party, I'm dropping her off to Texas, and she's not coming back. And so
dropping her off, does she know does she like, are you dropping her off as in you done with her, or is you dropping her off as that's what she wants to be at?
That's what she wants to be at. And
okay.
So her dad's gonna drive her car out there. I've been a little emotional this last couple of days, and I've been crying that this is my baby. And so I just thought I had an epiphany this morning is I was holding on to them so tight because they are my past. And my future is my adopted kids. My future is standing right in front of my face, and I've been holding. The past is gone, and so I've been holding them so tight because we are a part of the past. They were with me with the struggle when I had the struggle. They were with me with the struggle, and so I'm letting them go. My son, he's moving out in 2 weeks. He's gonna get his own apartment, and so I'm moving to a smaller house. Life is changing for me because I don't want to come back to my house.
Okay, well,
I got a question.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm not. I apologize.
Go ahead. Shanita, go ahead.
Okay, I say tread lightly there, Squidward. So what I was saying. Question, Andrea.
Yes.
Why do you think that we as parents, or maybe just mothers, as fathers, I feel like they just be like, bye.
Yeah. Why we hold?
Why do you think it is from? Why we as mothers hold on to our babies so tight? And because I said babies, because we still make. I don't know. That's your question, Andrea.
I was holding on to her so tight because she's been through a domestic violence situation. She's moving to Killeen, Texas. I'm 3,000 miles away. I can't get to her, but at the same time, she's not happy here, and she told me this. And so, I mean, she's been asking for the last year or so that she wants to move to Killeen, Texas. And
hey, emotions. Hey, Gigi.
And she said that, I was crying. I didn't want her to leave, but I'm at a space in my life. It's good for her to leave. It's good for her to do her own thing, find what's going to make her happy. Because I'm settled in my life. I'm 45, maybe 46. I'm maybe 47. I know where I'm going and what my future is. She don't know, and I need to let her fly, and I need to let her do her own thing and make her own mistakes. And I just hope all the lessons that I have taught her that she won't get in no trouble. She's responsible. She know how to pay bills. She know how to work, and I just don't want her to get involved with the wrong brother again.
Well, Andrea, I will say this, okay? Just tell her to be careful. Like I said, I used to live down in Killeen. Killeen's is a good military town, but for a small town, it's very dangerous. So it's a lot of ratchetness going on in Killeen. So just tell her just to be careful while down there because
that is,
she don't want to.
He lied. He ain't lying about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just tell her not to get involved with the wrong crowd. That's all I will say.
Yes, and that is that's what I told her when I've been having conversation with her. But you know, I have to. Her dad was like, Andrea, she wrong. Andrea, let her do her thing. You know, and her dad like this. He'll throw money at her to keep her out of his face. He'll throw any kind of dollar she needs. Okay, I tell him that I said you're the reason why she can't find a decent man, because when you still your daddy is a man, every time you run to your daddy, he gonna come for you. That's ridiculous. You gotta let her suffer sometime. When you let her suffer, she's gonna learn how to do it by herself. You can't keep her saving her. And so they come on, I spoiled her. No, her dad spoiled her because I believe he's spoiling her over his guilt. Every time she called daddy to save her, I call him Captain Save-A-Ho.
Well, I mean, come on, like a father who is in their child's life, especially his daughter's life. I mean, that's how a lot of us are as fathers, especially to little girls. I mean, we ain't gonna let them struggle like that.
Real talk, 87. How many cars you gonna buy your daughter?
How many what?
Cars.
One. That's it.
Okay, her dad bought her 4 cars.
I don't know. See, I can't do all that.
See, okay.
I mean, but Andrea, do you think both of y'all may be spoiling her to a degree?
Yes, in some degree. Yes.
So, you know what? Mm-hmm. What I find interesting about your story is that even though she's been getting spoiled by both of y'all, the fact that she wants to move out on her own is telling. She wants to be independent.
Yes.
So, I mean, good for her. She wants to go out there and do her thing. Like, I say have at it. Like, my oldest son, he said he wants to move away. When he graduates this school year. He graduates this school year and says he wants to move away from college. When he first said it, I was just like, you don't even know how to do da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. But it was like, it wasn't enough for me to tell him that. Like, he has to go out there and experience. Because I'm like, well, you don't want to find somewhere a little bit closer. You don't want to stay here. There's like places here that you can go to college at and you can thrive still, and then you'll be closer to home if something happens, you know. But they want to go out there and explore, and you know, they're not happy where they're at. I have to accept that they need to find their happiness somewhere else, even though I know how the world is. I know how hard it can be. I know how mean it can be. But like Real Mamas was saying earlier, you know, I gave you the tools. You know how to do X, Y, and Z. I help you do X, Y, and Z, but you know how to do this. So you're going to have to go out there and experience. You're going to have to figure it out, just like I had to figure it out. Yep. I'll be here to help you and give you some advice along the way, but you're going to have to figure it out. That's just the way of the world, and that's just how it's going to have to work. So, you know, as much as like I say for me, I don't want my children to make the same mistakes that I did. I have to go through the things that I did, but they're not going to be able to learn it if they don't experience it.
Right.
And, you know, with experience is the best teacher. You know, people say that all the time, but it really is the best teacher. And with that, they'll be able to tell somebody else under them, hey, this is how I had to do it. These were my experiences. This is what I did.
And they become more appreciative of their parents.
Yes, they become
because when you're younger, it hits different. Mm-hmm. But when you finally get out there on your own and you have to pay bills and you have to have a mortgage and you have to handle a car note, car repairs, car insurance, and make sure you have food in the house and make sure you have enough gas to get back and forth to work every week and make sure that internet bill stay paid and you work from home. When you got all those things hitting you and you thinking to myself, wow, this is what my mom and my daddy actually had to deal with and take care of me.
Yeah.
I got that epiphany like early on. I was like, wow. And I had a newfound respect for my mother and father.
I so do too.
I did. I was like, what was I complaining about again?
I did. I had a respect for my parents too, and I seen my parents struggle. That's why I got a job at 16. I seen how my mom, I was helping her buy her dresses, her church dresses. So I seen all that. So I got that work ethic, and she got the work ethic too. But she gonna be 24 in January, and she wants to move to Killeen, Texas. So when I come to Texas for a V birthday, I'm dropping her off in Killeen, Texas. Me and my sister, we gonna drop her off, and we're gonna let her fly. Don't get me wrong, I might cry when I drop her off, but
yeah, you gonna cry. You know you gonna cry. Let me tell y'all something real quick. All you ladies, you mothers, let me say this about y'all. Y'all be so tough and bold when your kid like 12, 13 years old. Talking about, I can't wait till you get 18, get about this house. As soon as that day come, y'all be boo-hooing when they about to leave. Y'all need to stop that. All right?
I've never said that.
But a lot of y'all do it. I've seen it. My mother did me like that. She did me like that when I was that age. And finally, like, I graduated high school. A month after I graduated, I left. And she could not bear to see me go. She hated it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we might fuss and y'all get on our damn nerves.
Yeah.
But you still our babies at the end of the day.
And we carry you for 9 long months. We see you graduate from high school, junior high, all that stuff, and now you're grown and doing grown people things, and it's like, oh my God. And then y'all a little hard-headed as grown people, thinking you being grown and acting grown is 2 different things. I tell my kids that all the time. Being grown, because when I say I'm grown, I pay all the bills. You can't say I'm grown and living in my mama's house, okay? You can't say I'm grown and ain't just paying partial rent when you got mortgage, you got light bill, you got water, sewage, and garbage.
Mm-hmm.
It's just saying.
Listen, I appreciated my parents a little bit when I got, grown for real and was on my own, and I appreciate, I started to see the things that they was going through, but the stubbornness in me was like, I understand all that, but I ain't going back.
Yeah.
And this is my motivation to keep my ass out the house.
Yeah.
And that's
motivation like I said earlier, with 2 women being in the household.
Yeah. And
like
that's
grown women.
That's what I don't want to do. I don't want, like, me and my mom, when I was ready to get married, she gave me my birth certificate and my social security card, and she said, I will never have anything else to do with you. And I told her then I will never move back to her house. I don't care if I have to struggle sleeping in a ditch. I will never move back to her house. I don't want that for my daughter. I want to say, look, I'm going to let you go, and you got to come back to California. But I'm going to let her go with no animosity, no anger, no, none of that. I'm letting her fly.
I had a different experience. You know what I'm saying? Because with what was going on with my family, with my mother, like I had said early on, I had gotten a minus hardship license at 14. I was out there working. I was helping, putting money into the household, paying for my own school clothes, that type of stuff. So I was already very independent by the time I was walking across the stage, graduation style, pimp walked across there because I earned that. And then some. You know what I'm saying? Because I was, while my other friends, basically got to party and do a whole bunch of other stuff, I had to watch my siblings and work and stay on top of my school, what I had to do for school. So it was like, once I got out there on my own, I didn't want to go back. I didn't want to go back. All of a sudden, I had this newfound freedom where I didn't have to babysit kids.
Yep.
Where my money was all my money. You feel me? I got to put it into what I wanted to do. I got to pay my own bills. So I kind of got more power out that situation than, a lot of people want to stay at home. I was already ready. I was built. I was ready to go. So, and my parents was like, you don't got to leave if you don't want to. Of course, because I'm helping y'all, big time helping y'all. But now it's time for me to help myself. It's time for me to go out there, experience life. It's time for me to actually have a whole paycheck to myself. Well, I can do what I want to do with. And I'm gonna be real with you because some of us out here, some people out here, and people that's gonna listen to this, that was their reality. They had to help our older siblings. They had to, can I go to this party? No, I need you to stay here to watch such and such because I have to go to work. We didn't get to do all those things. And that's probably why after, I got divorced, and I didn't have no more responsibilities in that nature, I kind of wilded out for a bit. But because I never got to do that during high school. And then I went straight into a relationship and into a marriage at a young age. So I never got time to grow and be me and be real mamas and come into my own like now. So that's why I think that some people, men or women, when they get into a certain age, especially me being in my 40s, I'm 42, I came into my own. That's like the best age for me because that was the age where I really started to get into who I was, do the things I wanted to do and spread out. And hell, y'all see my channel. Y'all know what it's about.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that I got married young and I had my kids young. So I feel like I was raising my kids while I was being still raised. Like I didn't start drinking till I was like 25 and going to the club till I was like 25. So I feel like I've been raising these kids and they've been raising me. And now it's time to let them go. And I don't want no animosity, no heart, no heartache, no pain, no anger. I'm letting you go with every ounce of the bird. Just fly away from me.
I didn't even know what a Long Island iced tea was. I thought it was actual tea. And by the time, and I will never forget because, like you said, I went straight from high school. I really didn't do too much part and all that stuff. I had all this responsibility. So when I actually got there in the real world and I got around other people, they had already had more experiences than I had. They had smoked weed. They had drank this, drank that. Yep. So I called myself going on an island with coworkers. And she was like, "You want Long Island iced tea?" And I was thinking to myself, "Oh, that's safe, sugar." So I had it. It tastes good. The next thing you know, I had my finger up. Can I have another one? Then I put my finger up again. Can I have another one? And child, by the time the night was over, I was on top of tables. I was dancing. I was here, there, everywhere. And she said, "How many did?" She said, "Girl, don't you know it had 5 different liquors in it?" I said, "No, I thought it was tea." But that's what happens, like when you don't get out there and experience certain things. And of course, once I learned my lesson, of course. But that was a little embarrassing for me because everybody was like laughing at me, like did she not know what alcohol is and this, that, and the other? Because I was a little country girl from Virginia, baby. Yeah. And that was in Texas, and that was in Killeen. Just saying.
Oh
my.
Hey,
Oh my.
I'm gonna say this though.
Uh-huh.
Let me say this to all you single mothers out there. I congratulate y'all for doing your job because a lot of parents who are not single parents are really people who ain't parents at all. They don't understand how hard it is to be a single parent. Mm-hmm. So I congratulate the single mothers because y'all doing your job, especially when you're taking care of what you're supposed to do and handling your responsibilities to some ungrateful ass kids who don't know this shit. You see what I'm saying?
For real.
So I congratulate y'all and I tip my hat to y'all because I'm a single father. You see what I'm saying? So I know I can walk the steps and say, okay, I know how a lot of single mothers feel now, feeling unappreciated and ungrateful to the kids and to the fathers as well. You see what I'm saying? Who ain't really involved in their life. So I really do tip my hat to y'all. Y'all doing a great job.
Well, you too, single father.
You too, single father. You're doing a good job too. Because you know how hard it is to be a single father when raising a girl. To a girl.
Yeah. Yeah, that is rough. This is the roughest thing I ever had to deal with, but hell, I'm pushing through though. So
and don't forget, you got a wealth of resources around you, whether you want to speak out to us or not. Yes. But we are, you know what I'm saying, you got sisters surrounding you. So that if you need to hit an email or anybody that you have a phone number, call and pull on that knowledge because it's there. We need to start supporting each other.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I just had to say that, but I'm finna go ahead and step down, let y'all handle y'all business, man. But I just salute all y'all because all y'all are some very good, strong women, and that's real. So I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you too.
Thank you.
All right.
That was nice.
Mhm.
Okay, Shanita. I'll speak with you later. I'll see you and Andrea later on tonight, all right?
Yes, we gonna argue with you tonight, okay?
All right.
Okay, bye bye. Oh my God. But yeah,
Oh my goodness.
it is hard. It is hard trying to make sure they be productive citizens of the United States. And I cried. I'm at peace now. She about to leave. I've been helping her pack. And when I come to Texas, I'm dropping her off at Killeen with her best friend. And my uncle lives there. My uncle lives there, and my auntie. I got some cousin live there. So if she needs some backup, they right there. But I'm gonna drop her off in Killeen. I got a one-way ticket, and her daddy is bringing her car. So he letting our baby go.
I'm gonna drop on down because I have a pit bull looking at me like, you don't get off this computer and go walk me like right now. So
Let me go. On your flow.
Yes, let me go handle this real quick. I'll see y'all. Bye, family.
Love you, good mamas. Bye bye. Yeah, so that's what the struggle is. I've been through the struggle with them, and then I got some free backpacks. I'm giving it to 4. I'm taking it out to the homeless shelter, giving it to 4 single moms where their backpacks are full because I get so much stuff. So I'm blessing somebody else.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You doing the damn thing. You finna be out here free. Then you gonna need to have some shots after you drop your baby girl off.
Yes.
Just drown those tears in some liquor.
Yes, I am. Yes, and I'm trying to lose a couple more pounds. I'm getting this shape, looking for my outfit. Okay. So, but I'm dropping my baby off in Killeen, Texas, at the end of the month in September. So,
good job. You did a good job. You're doing a good job. You should be proud and give yourself a pat on the back because you did that.
I am. She's this what she wants to be, and I'm gonna let her fly. And I know she'd be good. I know she'd be good. So I'm gonna let her fly in Killeen, Texas. And then my son's about to leave too. He's moving out, and I'm moving to a smaller place, so nobody can come back home. Yeah, I ain't got no room. Yeah, you can't. I'm buying me a whole new couch. Okay, you can't sleep on my new couch.
Can't even sit on my couch. There's no space.
There's no space.
Not even to sit on the couch.
Yeah, there's no space. There's no space. So that's what. I was crying over the weekend to my sister, and I just had an epiphany this morning, and I couldn't figure out why I was upset so much. And my sister was like, "You've been holding on to them so tight. That's your past. That's your story. You've been holding on to them. But your future is your new adopted kids is standing right in your face. That's the future right there. Let the kids go." So my sister said, when God closed one door, He opens another. He has opened another. Yeah, He has opened another. I'm a new mom, and I love it. And I just celebrate my baby boy. He's 7 years old. I celebrate his birthday Tuesday, and it's a blessing. And so I have to let them know. I had a picture this morning. I was like, why? I was so emotional. They're the past. They are the past. They're the past from your dad. They're the past from everything I went through.
They have a future now, and they're grown. And they are growing into their own now. So it's time to let go of the past, like you say. Let go of what used to be and embrace what is.
Yeah. So I ain't that Andrea who's divorced, that Scarlet Letter. I was divorced from Ronnie and he cheated on me. I'm a different Andrea. I'm a new mom. I'm an adopted mom. I'm single. I'm getting fabulous. I'm getting fine. But so I'm my hair is like I'm getting fine. I'm getting into my own and be 46 years old and looking fit. Hell yeah. So I don't have to. That's not my Scarlet Letter no more. I'm not somebody's ex-wife who cheated on me. I'm Andrea Lynch, and this is who I am. Loving me, all of me.
That's right. I love the evolution of Andrea. I love it.
I just posted a picture on my Instagram, and I was just telling my friend, I was telling my real mamas, I said I was 29, starving myself. I was on a 7-day cruise. It was the worst time in my life. I was starving. I didn't even feel like I had any breasts. Okay, I was like, what everybody at? And I was 29, but I look at myself now as the evolution. I look damn good. to be
Yeah, you
46,
do.
to be 46 years old. So the evolution of Andrea Lynch is a beautiful thing. And I look back at the past because it makes me humble. It makes me show me where I come from. It makes me show me when Biggie said more money, more problems, it is more money, more problems. Because I got more money and then I got more problems. When I didn't have a lot of money, it was just the money was gone. But when you get more money, it's more problems, more things you buying, more stuff you don't need. And you start getting clutter. And so the evolution of Andrea Lynch, I am proud. I'm humble. I don't been homeless. I don't had a car for a whole year. I had to walk to work 2 or 3 times. I love the shit out of Andrea Lynch. I don't need no man to tell me I'm beautiful. I don't need no woman. I don't need no best friend because God is my best friend and Andrea Lynch is my best friend.
And you know what? That's something that if everyone in this chat were to take away from this live today, I think that's something that everybody can take away, that we can love the people who we are now, that our past doesn't define who we are. The past is what it is, just the past. And we don't have to hold on to the things that made us who we are today, but instead embrace who we are today and live in that, and then strive more for the future. I think if we can take away anything from this live today with you, Andrea, and what you were saying today, that, you know, that's not me no more. That's who I was, but that's not who I am now. And people can look at this and say, dang, if she can do it, I can do it too.
Yeah.
So,
I look back into the old pictures because I think pictures say 1,000 words. And it's funny because when I was growing up, I wanted to be a freelance photographer. I was going to photography school when I had my children. I had to stop. I dropped out. I'm going back. I got a $500 camera. I want to take some goddamn pictures is good. Okay, I miss that side of me, the love to take pictures, because a picture says 1,000 words. When I showed that picture of myself, I look at myself. That was an unhappy woman. Starving herself. She don't had 2 kids, being in a marriage, wasn't happy. Now I look at Andrea Lynch as an evolution. I don't been through the child and of marriage. I don't been through relationships. I don't been through domestic violence, but I'm here to stay. I'm still standing. I got more money than I ever have. I got more money when I first started. I got more money than what I need. And me and my kids are good. And I can bless somebody else because my village has always blessed me. And so my village that I have of my people that I keep so close to me, I bless them because they bless me. They pour into my life. My friend Jareen she was my coworker and she was older than me. She bought me them Jet magazines at nighttime. I was reading to my kids. She bought me all them black magazines and how to be successful. And when a woman fall down, how to get back up. She gave me that strength at work. And the first year I started working there, I was barely making it. I couldn't even afford Christmas gifts. She bought my kids Christmas gifts. So when I say the village have helped me, my best friend mom bought me a car. The village had took me under their wing. And when you got people that love on you, love on them. And when your friends think your new friends is elevating you, honey, it ain't elevating you. It is showing you how to level up. That's what they showing. When your new friends say, honey, start this business, start this t-shirt line. Y'all inspired me to start my t-shirt line. Because I say all them words. I say all them things. When you got new people in your life, sometimes your old friends don't understand. The new people is inspiring you to level up.
Right.
You want to be better. You want to get things better. You want to get that money. Because they getting their money.
And it's about the connections and networks and the things and the people that you meet that help you, because you don't never know what someone new in your life can expose you to that you wouldn't even be exposed to had you not would have branched out and met new people.
Yes.
Sometimes being with the same person and having the same circle of friends is not always beneficial.
I think it stunts your growth. It stunts your growth because when you evolution as people, a friend of mine, he on a barbershop. Me and him had a conversation. He was like, Drea, if you meet me, he said, I see you, sis. I be on YouTube. You meeting new people. You leveling up. They showing you how to level up. I was like, yes, these people inspire me to do better and inspire me. I always wanted a t-shirt line, but I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to come further. I told Derek C. Williams I was a star. I just had to be on YouTube to show I was a star. I always knew I was a star. So I knew I had the voice. I knew I got. I just didn't did a platform to show who I was.
Right.
So,
right.
Me and new people helped you level up. Me and new people helps you think about the growth, how it helped you be a better person. And if you stay stagnated, you ain't gonna never do something. And some of your friends, some of your family gonna tell you your dreams ain't worth it. And meeting real mamas. When I met her, I told her she had talent. She was like, "Oh, I don't got no talent." I was like, "What? That poetry after dark, that sexy." Oh my God! Meeting her, she have told me, she have blessed me to tell me I could do it, and I have blessed her until I know she can do it. And that's a thing that people need in their life. People and encourage them. And if you don't have that, sometimes people are waste by the wayside, and I call that wasted talent.
Listen, because real mama, she do. I was on my lunch break one day, and I was listening to one of her after dark videos.
Oh yeah, poetry after dark, grown and sexy. That's
man.
To talk like
got
her.
Me all in my feelings. I said, "Ooh, girl, I'm on my lunch break. I can't be feeling all like this. I got to go back to work and be around kids, honey, girl."
Yes,
I had to turn that off, honey. But it was so good. It was so good.
She was so talented, and me, Andrea Linska, spot out talent. And she was like, I ain't that talented. But when I went back and watched her playlist, when I went back and said, honey, you could do it on your own, she have flourished. And I'm proud to say I was right there with her in the beginning because she have flourished. And I used to tell her, I used to call her at work, do the sexy, grown and sexy. Come on, I got a new song for you. She was like, I said, your ass is nasty. She said, your ass is nasty too. But it's in our womanhood. We grown, we sexy. We still could be a mom and be grown and sexy. And, and it's a blessing. Like you, Shanita, you're a blessing. When I used to watch your Card Chronicles about how the church, the mess of violence, I was like, oh my God, that's my sister. She understands me. I understand her. I understand her from the church. And I'm happy. Everybody I met on YouTube, Real Talk 87, Candy V, Neek, I met some wonderful people, and I'm glad that y'all are my friend. I call y'all my friends.
Yeah, same. I'm glad I met the people, because had it not been for YouTube, I wouldn't have evolved myself. When I look back a year ago when I first got on YouTube, I think it's been over a year ago since when I first met y'all and got in YouTube real heavy. I had no idea where YouTube was going to take me. My mind was just, I'm finna be on YouTube and I'm just finna blow up and I'm finna be this big YouTube star and my career is gonna just take off and it's finna be great. It didn't do that. Not for YouTube. I didn't blow up like I thought I was gonna do in a year. I did get monetized. I did get the 1,000+ followers and all of that, but that's all I got, But had I not got on YouTube, I wouldn't have a business. I wouldn't be a business owner right now. And I got that because of the connections that I made with people and seeing everybody else flourish and seeing everybody else being business owners and taking their lives, their business lives seriously. And I was like, you know what? I know there's something I can do. I just don't know what it is just yet. And this jewelry making business just fell into my lap, but it wasn't until I got on YouTube and made the connections that I made. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. The Candy V show, the Candy V show, the Candy V show, because it's not Battle of the Sexes, it's Candy V show, because she's going to have a talk show. I'm just speaking that into existence. So it's already out there, atmosphere guided, and it's going to happen. But Battle of the Sexes has, helped me, just like with you, have conversations with open dialogue and open conversations with people, and to understand other people's point of view, that everybody don't always think like you now, but nobody always, you know, has the same perspective. So to see other people's perspective and to understand people more really helped me out in dealing with my own situations personally. So I'm grateful for every single connection that I made, especially with you, Andrea, because I mean, you're my sister from another mister, you know what I mean? So it just, we live some type of identical life, I feel. And I'm grateful that I've connected with you and that we can call each other friends. I like that.
And Shanita, you give big girls, man, you give us life. Okay, I'm like, Shanita got that 2-piece baby suit. I wish I could put that on in Vegas, but but since you doing a damn thing. I don't care if that hair is purple. I love you anyway. Your talent is outshining who you are, and I'm proud to call you my friend. And I think Rainbow should give you a damn contract. Okay, Rainbow need to give you a contract.
Oh, you're back.
I'm back.
No,
Yeah, you all right?
I'm trying to get something to eat, though.
Oh, I don't have it this day.
Thank you, Mom.
You're welcome.
But I definitely think Rainbow need to give you a contract, okay? Because they need to give you a contract. I need to write Rainbow and tell them to give you a contract because you be doing it up with the clothes and stuff. I'm like, I just need to wear that. I'm like, man.
I'm Rainbow to cut me the check before I make another video, okay? Because I've been shopping with Rainbow for the longest. I'm gonna need them to go ahead and cut me a check.
But you give big girls be proud of and our bodies and stuff, because I thought I was a little heavy and I was like, I can't wear that. But when I see you, and I'm like, that damn Shanita is like, what, who, what? It's on me and I'm looking good. And when we was at Vegas and you had that 2-piece baby stuff, I was like, oh, the lighting was good. I was like, oh, Shanita is beautiful inside and out.
And so are you, Andrea. Fuck what society got to say about how you wear your clothes, girl. You ain't big at all. Okay, no. I mean, girl, wear it.
Yes.
Wear it and hold your head up high, like the fuck.
If I could take one thing from you, I am gonna do that. If I could take one thing from you, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna wear it and I'll feel ashamed. And I'm like my ex-husband used to tell me my arm used to be big, but I'm like, I wear halter dresses there. I was like, when I got divorced, I put a halter dress on. I was like, what was I missing? I love halter dresses. I don't let nobody tell me. Even when it comes to my damn hair, I will change my hair when I want to, how I want to, because I pay for it and ain't no man paying for it, and I don't have to ask no man to pay for it. I can do what I want to do with no hesitation.
Right.
And that is being the freedom of the evolution of Andrea Lynch. I don't have to listen to somebody that say I need somebody to tell me I'm beautiful in my own way. I'm beautiful inside and out because it's the God in me that shines. And I'm happy that Ken Levy asked me to be on Battle of Sexes because, honey, trust and believe, I have had patience. I used to be over there yelling. I don't be yelling no more. I listen a little better because the old me would be cuss people out, and I don't do that no more. I'm a better person. I'm a better human being because I don't give people too many chances to be rude to me because I be on the phone cussing their asses out and hurt their feelings. That's how I used to get down. So I'm better, but the therapy, and my therapist used to say, do you want to go back and apologize to somebody after you don't cuss them out? If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I have took that model. Shout out to my ex-husband. He's told me that all the time. So I thank you, Shanita. I thank meeting everybody from Battle of Sex with Dre, E Black, Shanique, Robin, Ken Levy. Man, y'all some good people. Y'all some awesome people. And what I say is, like I told E Black, choose your circle wisely on YouTube. Because if you keep your circle tight, you're going to have some good people in your life.
Yeah.
And I hate when people say, you can't find good people on YouTube. You can't be real friends with them. That's a lie. That's a lie. Because me and Real Mama's going on 2 years. Okay? That's a lie. We're going on 2 years. And so you can find wonderful people. And I feel like Real Mamas is from the South. I understand them people. My mom and dad are born and raised South. So I understand, and you can find good people on YouTube in this virtual world. And when you meet them, they're the same way, and that's a blessing. because one of my good friends, she live in Ohio. I met her on a 7-day cruise. Okay, we are still good friends, and she's a twin, and she has my last name. I think she is a relative to my ex-husband people. Okay, so I meet good people when I go on cruises. I meet good people when I'm always talking to people. And when I went to New York, she lived in New York and gave me a place to stay and showed me around New York. So that's how I meet a lot of people going on cruises, going outside the box. So I thank everybody, and I appreciate you, Shanita. We're gonna have a lie about the church, what they don't teach us either. Okay, we got to do that.
I'm here for it. You just tell me when and where. Okay, well, I'm out here.
We will have that live. Okay, I know you go on vacation, so when you come back, we will do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
I'm gonna go and drop down because I got to get my son tested because he's working and whatnot.
Oh, okay, that's good. Working person, making his own money.
He's doing grown man work, construction, and concrete. So, yeah.
Mama, okay? I love you, and thank you for coming up, Shanita. I appreciate it.
I love you back.
Okay, bye-bye.
Later.
Well, I thank everybody for coming in this live. I appreciate it. It's been productive. I'm going to get ready for Battle of the Sexes because I got to get dressed and get ready for Battle of the Sexes tonight because we're going to try to beat these boys tonight. They always trying to beat us, okay? But come over there and join the conversation. It's on Candidate D's channel. It's at 4:30 California time. I will put it on my community wall. But join us over there. We have some great conversations and some things about Black women, men and women, with good conversation every Sunday night. And these are great people trying to tell a little part of their life. Okay, so y'all come over there. It's 4:30 California time, I believe. We always late. Okay, we always late. But I will put it on the community wall, on my community wall, and you guys come over there and join us tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all take care. Bye-bye. And thanks for coming in, everybody. I really appreciate it.